Kyokushin, Hellas, Greece. Mission of Kyokushin, Greece. The mission of Kyokushin in Greece, undertaken by Shihan, Nikolaos Panagoiliopoulos, and the Technical Committee, is to defend and to develop further the international Kyokushin in Greece, and also to have all new members come in contact with us, to totally trust us, and to realize that they come and join a real family. So far, our efforts to realize our vision have begun and are advancing, slowly but steadily. The mission of Shihan, Nikolaos Panagoiliopoulos, in all this, is when the time is right, to unite all the Kyokushin organizations, so that the great legacy of Sosai Mas Oyama gives another big boost to the style and techniques of Kyokushin. Continuing our efforts to realize this vision of ours, we are also expecting the understanding of all other organizations. In life, you should always do what you really love, and what you have been taught. You should live your every single day, and cope with any personal or physical adversities that may occur during your day. You must have great patience and perseverance towards your students. Your students after some time will realize very well whether what you teach them is just something quick, or whether you really love what you do and teach them. So your students will eventually trust you completely, and will want to continue with you for as far as they possibly can. Shihan, Nikolaos Panagoiliopoulos, feels really happy to see that his older students are bringing along today their own kids from far away in order to train with him. A dojo is not filled with athletes just because it can look nice and attractive, nor by trying to mislead students just with pretty words. This method of teaching has definitely an expiration date, which is a really short one. To avoid all that, you must be totally loyal and focused to your initial objective, the one you have chosen since the very beginning. For those who are just aiming and nothing else, their failure is more than certain. We, in the family of Kyokushin Greece, proceed with really slow and steady but quality steps towards the people who trust us, because we feel that we have a huge responsibility to the great objective that we have chosen. Kyokushin International. At Kyokushin, our mission is to defend, revitalize, and advance the teaching of Kyokushin's founder, Sosai Mas Oyama. Defending Sosai's teaching means preventing any deterioration of the best that Kyokushin was during Sosai's lifetime. Revitalizing means, in some cases, reintroducing elements of Kyokushin training that helped make Kyokushin what it is, but that were no longer popular at the time of Sosai's death. And finally, advancing Sosai's legacy means allowing the style to develop into realms that it may not have yet gone during Sosai's lifetime, but that which we believe he would have supported. Additionally, our mission is to propagate and defend the teaching of our chairman, Kancho Hatsuo Royama, as he exists as a rare example of an instructor of Kyokushin karate, who not only spent more years studying under Mas Oyama than nearly any other Japanese instructor, but who also gained experience from several other key sources to enhance his understanding of Mas Oyama's teaching. Among other key points is our desire to unify Kyokushin, not by driving all Kyokushin students to join Kyokushin under Kancho Royama, but rather by cooperating with all Kyokushin students and organizations, by maintaining an open-door policy towards participation in national and international events. Kancho Royama and Kyokushin Kancho Hatsuo Royama and the birth of Kyokushin Hatsuo Royama was born in Saitama, just north of Tokyo, in 1948. Inspired by a countrywide boom in popularity of celebrity fighters and wrestlers, he traveled to Ikebukuro at the age of 15 and entered Mas Oyama's legendary Oyama Dojo, where Kyokushin karate was being born. Having trained there at the birthplace of Mas Oyama's Kyokushin, Kancho Royama was one of a very few of Mas Oyama's students to still be closely affiliated with Mas Oyama, from so close to the beginning, all the way until Mas Oyama's death, in 1994. Sosai Masutatsu Oyama, the founder of Kyokushin karate. Sosai Mas Oyama, the Great Master. Masutatsu Oyama was born in 1923, and became the founder of Japan's most renowned, and the world's most widespread style of karate. From the age of 9, Mas Oyama was practicing judo and boxing. Finally this led him to the practice of Okinawan karate, which ultimately served as the springboard for the creation of his own style, Kyokushin, or the ultimate truth. By the time Mas Oyama was 20, he had received his 4th dan in Okinawan karate, and though tireless study, eventually attained a 4th dan in judo as well. Mas Oyama reasoned that through hard training he could condition his hands to be as powerful as a hammer. Since one could break stones with a hammer, he began the practice of learning how to break boards, bricks and stones with his bare hands. This incredible power, he then translated directly into his theory of fighting karate, reasoning that if he could break stones, human bones would break beneath his blows as well. Perhaps his greatest contribution to Japanese karate, therefore, was the introduction and popularization of full-contact fighting karate. It was this experience, perhaps above all other influences, that led to his creation of Kyokushin karate. After all, Mas Oyama believed karate is a fighting art. At the age of 27, convinced that he could not find another fighter in Japan who could match his power and skill, Mas Oyama began his famous battles with bulls, to prove his strength, and make the world realize the true power of his karate. Mas Oyama opened his first dojo in Ikebukuro, Tokyo, at the age of 30, and called it Oyama Dojo. It was there that he took all that he had learned, from the various styles that he had practiced through the years, combined them with what he had learned during the many thousands of hours of self-training and full-contact fighting, and created a new style of karate, which he called Kyokushin. In 1964, a new dojo in Ikebukuro became the world headquarters of the International Karate Organization, Kyokushin Kaikan, which had over 12 million members in 133 countries, at the time of his death. Mas Oyama died in April of 1994, leaving to the world a legacy of the world's strongest karate.